Some great performances here in the Overwatch League, especially from the rookies. When it came down for the Florida matchup today, we're excited to see what was going to come from the charge, but I don't think anyone expected such strong highlights coming out of some of the new faces, including a guy named Apply, who we had on the post show just a week ago, already in the starting lineup here, getting his face taken by Happy and friends.
Yeah, I will say this. I've been honestly impressed at the rates that a lot of these teams are improving. You know, as much as we did kind of discredit Guangzhou Spark in that last series, they've been improving, and Florida is another name I want to add to that list where they are seeing improvements when it comes from game to game. So I'm excited now that we've got sort of this higher level of competition, at least compared to last year. These teams are starting to even up, and the playing field, the bar is being raised, if you like.
And there's one of the guys who is those rookies. So we highlighted McGravy during the halftime. What was he showing you from this Florida Mayhem squad? Do you want to see him in the lineup more often?
I actually really do. I'd love to see if he can continue in that trajectory. I mean, if you're showing up for the first time ever playing on this stage, you would assume that the nerves would maybe get the better of you, but that was not the case with McGravy. He managed to eat 2 grass straight out of the gate. Two really impactful plays he's been showing us on the stage, and actually he went backstage afterwards and yelled about that.
He's 23-0. Not a bad entry into the Overwatch League. We saw the charge, though, in the second half here on Horizon. Some big plays out of Hotba, back on the Diva. You saw Rio popping off on multiple main tanks as expected from the charge once again. Looking at this matchup, though, how close was it in your eyes, Brent?
It was an interesting one. Definitely close, obviously, because it went to the map 5 again, as we saw a little bit later on. But what's really kind of got
May,
shown
I think
out
this
for me
is what
again,
we need to talk about.
May, which, you know, he pulls us out on King's Row. It's the first time we've seen it on Rialto, at least. I think it's the first time May has ever been played on Rialto in the history of the Overwatch League as well. It seemed to work, despite the fact that at the time we were looking at each other.
I think it's horrible on Rialto.
I agree with you, Monty. I'm glad that we're in agreement over once, you know? It was a strange strategy. It's quite an open map, but it ended up working to their advantage because I think Guangzhou were taken a little bit off guard.
Yeah, it worked, but it didn't work. And
it worked, but it didn't work. But if it works, you know, is it really a bad strat, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think one of the things we learned, though, is that Ilios is trouble here for the Mayhem. The charge won that one in back-to-back rounds in a game 5 to seal the deal.